Hello friends, I am so excited. I don't even know where to start this video, but let's start from this end. Friends, it's been raining a lot the last couple of days non-stop, so the rain has paused for a couple of hours, so I'm like, I have to come out here and share with you what's going on in the front garden bed. It's only been 1 week since I shared a walk around with you, so welcome to this walk around. If this is your first time, special welcome. I am in Pennsylvania. I garden in zone 6B7A. Friends, I am so excited. I'm telling you, everything is just bursting with colors. The blooms are out. So let's start over here. So this is the Golden Showers Climbing Rose I got from Lowe's a couple of years ago, and just look at it, friends. And I told you before, it has a fruity smell. When I shared this with you last week, the buds were there, but the blooms weren't there. I can't imagine what the rain does, right? The rain is definitely a fertilizer for the plants. But look how beautiful this is. And friends, I am so excited with how I train it to climb. You know, every year you just get better at your garden, right? That's the whole point of gardening. So look at this. And I love this one right here. You could see it has like a tip of the reddish color at the edge. Then it turned to this. And then look at this. Oh, it smells so good. And then it turned to this one. And then over here, friends, it turned almost white ivory color. Just look at that baby. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just loving it. Bursting with blooms. And I'm not sure when you guys saw when I fertilized my roses with fish fertilizer. So I'm telling you, the fish fertilizer really works. So that's the front here. Look at that, friends. Amazing. I just love it. And then here we have some lupines on the end right here. Purple lupine. And I can't wait to see what the one will be. And I did cut off my sticks off of my hardy hibiscus, so you see how it looks. So friends, if you have a hardy hibiscus in your garden, just to let you know, it may look dead, but it's not. It blooms on new wood. All you do is cut off the sticks. And the hardy hibiscus is one of the few plants that wait the last minute to show you some life in it. So if you think it's dead, more than likely it's not. It's just the nature of the plant. All right, let's get back out of here. So I enjoy documenting this weekly, just so that way you can see the changes in the garden. And if you don't come out here and look at it, flowers will bloom and you're like, when did this happen, right? And then here we have the phlox. These are the white ones. There's buds in here. These are snapdragons that came back over there too. Here's another phlox here. And then I have some small seedlings from my winter sowing I tucked in between. And here's my anemone. Another one here blooming. I planted these in different periods within fall. So I noticed when you do that, I think they call it succession planting, you get blooms at different times. Gladiolus is a great one for succession planting. Even your zinnias and your sunflowers, don't plant them all at once. Do every 2 weeks and just do the math up to when they should last bloom for when your fall season is here, so you consistently will have blooms in your garden. Anyway, so here is this beauty, double knockout rose. Look at this, friends. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Friends, let me know where you're watching from. Are you in the US? Are you in Canada? Which part of the world are you watching from? Which zone you in? And I'm telling you, so I'm so grateful to have you guys as my friends. We all come here for common reason. We just love to garden. Look at this, friends. I'm telling you, these plants, this has been the best I think my garden has looked. Really, it has been. All right, and let's go up here. This I'm so excited about. Look, friends, my peony. This is that coral peony from Lowe's for $6.99, the bare root. So I planted it a couple of years ago, and I'm telling you, it's just doing, it got bigger and bigger this year. And with your peony, if you have an issue with your peony, you have to plant them at least 1 to 2 inches, okay? You barely plant them in the ground, very important. Otherwise, they will not bloom for you. So that's the secret behind them. And making sure they have eyes also. Just look at that, friends. Oh, and it smells so good, just loving it. And the alliums are still doing well there. As I said, it's been raining, so I feel like the rain changes the plant a lot. It really does. Careful where I step here. So this is this side. So gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful. All right, let's go over here. We have more plants. I got some lupine from my winter sowing method. We have snapdragons I planted. So with these snapdragon friends, I have them all throughout here. They're gonna act as my annual and give me that color, and they bloom all the way into the winter season. And remember, we cut back this Dusty Miller. Look how well it's doing. Look at that. The Dusty Miller came back, I pruned it, and it's looking so good. Our lilies are there. Then we have some bee balm over here, and we have some gladiolus in the back coming up here. And here we have another rose, another pink double knockout rose. Oh my goodness, just absolutely beautiful. So I have several roses in the back, and I try to punctuate at least 3. I have one here, one there, then I have one right in the back over there. The tulips were covering it, so it's still far behind compared to these two, but it's still catching up. And the alliums are doing well. This is how the alliums look. It's from the rain. Oh my goodness, this rain really, I'm happy for it, but I feel like we had a lot of it. And then here's another anemone, almost missed it. These I did in the fall, beautiful. These I definitely will be sprinkling in through my garden. They're so easy to grow, and they don't take up a lot of space. As you can see, this is how the foliage looks, right? And I just put one little seed in there, and that was it. Or bulb, I should say, or corm, whatever you call it. But it's really small, like a fruit, like a peach. Also, it was really small, like a fruit seed. So this side is still looking good. So we're gonna walk our way this way up here in the patio. I still have my patio to power wash, friends. I'll probably do that when it's really warm and the rain is stopped going. And here's my containers with my heucheras, my corbels. You guys know how much I love them. Looking so good. And here is the back of this rose, still looking so pretty. And here is my Monet white Gila. Look at this, friends. I just love it. Look at the variegation on here, and then the pink poplar blooms. It's so pretty. It really is. And normally I do annuals in here, and I stopped doing that. So I wanted something that will give me color, and that's how I found these at the clearance section at Lowe's, and I put them in here. I'm like, yep, I have color here. Let's see what else we have. And I think this is probably a snapdragon. Look at our peony here again. Oh, just loving it. And this is my little secret fairy garden in the back there. All right, friends, let's go down to the front and see what else is going on here. And here we have our hydrangea, looking so good, and our spirea, looking so pretty, so lush. Just love it. All right, friends, so this is where I normally would start down here at the front. This is a new garden bed that we did together. It looking lush, right? And you can see a lot of buds are coming out. And look at these white alliums. Oh my goodness, look at this one, like it's talking to that one. That's so cute. I can't wait for them to just burst open. And here's this one here. Not sure if it's too much rain going on there, but they're trying to come out, as you can see. And you could see this is a double knockout rose. This was one of the special one I think they released last year, a couple of years ago, or maybe last year. Oh my goodness, I forget the name of this one, but it's like a coral color, really beautiful coral orange color. Yes, I just love double knockout roses. And the rose bush is looking so good. And here's this tall allium right there. And friends, I think the head of the allium, I think it got bigger. Look at that. Do you see that? I was watching it from inside, and I said, oh my goodness, I think it somehow shooted up more bloomy stuff there. Look at that, so big. And then down here you could see the lilies are coming up, the liatris coming up too. I tucked some liatris in here, and here's a veronica right there, speedwell. That's a nandina. More lilies that we did. Remember when we did these early in the year with my white rock? They're coming up too. My rose of Sharon is doing well. And here's another double knockout rose. This one is the Easy Beezy. I think that's what it's called. So pretty. I love it. And these are the obedient plant that we planted together. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is why I love to come out here and do these walk around with you, because I never get to see, like, I'm in the garden all the time, but I never get to see anything unless I have my phone out and coming close to the plant. How weird is that? Look at this. These are the irises we did in the fall, friends. Do you see that? I think these were multicolor. I know there's blue in there and white. Just look at that. I can't wait for them to open. Here's our poppies doing well. These we did in the winter, right? We came out and we sprinkled them there. So I always like to leave a ground spot underground, so in the winter time I know I can sprinkle the plants at a certain spot, because if you have mulch you can't really sprinkle, right, unless you move it. Anyway, so here we have another easy beasy rose, and you could see, I'm not sure what, get away from there, like a fly or something. I have to treat them. As soon as the rain is done, I'll come out and spray them. But you know what, I really don't care. I'm not complaining. I'm just loving the blooms. I guess we have to share our garden with the bugs and all of that. Look at it. Here's a good look of what it looks like. Easy peasy. And it smells. This one is also from double knockout roses. Don't sleep on double knockout roses. They're the best. They bloom all the way into frost. They're disease resistant, and they're just strong roses to have in your garden. Smells so good. And here's our pretty fancy lady rose here. This is Melina. Friends, look at what the rain did to it. Do you see that? But that's okay. It's loving the container. It stays in the container over the winter. This one is a bare root rose I got from Home Depot last year. So this will be the second year. Look at the beautiful feminine looking bloom. It doesn't smell. It's so pretty. Look at this, friends. Oh my goodness. And here it looks like it's turning into a more white color. And once again, friends, this is only because it rained. Do you see all that? The water's dripping. Look at this. So the sun will help dry it out, and it should be able to stand back up. But absolutely gorgeous. And look at the boxwood. Oh my goodness, the boxwood is just opening. Just lush looking from the rain. And here's this tall lily I have tucked in here. And oh, let me show you the sweet pea, friends. I have to go make some kind of special trellis here. I was thinking of using my hardy hibiscus stems, connect them with string, and make something for it to go up here. Well, I'll get creative. But look at them, see? And I like how they're in a bundle group here together. I just have to get them some support so they could climb up there. On my to-do list, I'll get it done. And here's this other rose. Oh my goodness, there's buds opening on here. This one is Sweet Dreams. And I love the foliage. It has this glossy look on the foliage. Look at this. And it's perfect for a narrow area. This is really narrow, as you can see there. Very perfect for that. That's probably what, 15 inches narrow, it looks like. So I have a Nandina in here, and then I have this beautiful rose here, and then another Nandina and a Spirea and another hydrangea over there. But I can't wait to share this with you. More than likely this will be opening very soon. Tis the season, friends. The season for the roses. Now is my rose season. My lupine, my allium, peony. Now it's peony season too. Everything is just opening up. Everything is still looking lush. Oh my goodness, let me go up here and look at the tulips. Waiting for these to turn brown before I remove them, but that's okay. They don't bother me at all. And look at these, friends. I forgot which one these are, but these are alliums. Look at this, and you could still see this has a long way to go before it opened up completely. Here's a white one, and here's another one. I am so excited. I'm so happy I could share this with you, because I did this garden with you guys last year, and I feel like you guys are my real friends when I'm recording here, talking to you like you. I mean, you're real people, but you know what I mean, like you're my real friends. I just enjoy you guys. Thank you so much for always being here and supporting my little channel. I truly appreciate it. And here's this beautiful gladiator. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And here we have Helenium coming back with those, friends. I have one batch, second batch. I bought a lot on clearance last year, and I put a ton of mulch around the base of them to help them over the winter. So they did very well, as you can see. And this is my hollyhock, doing really good too. And if you see any plants in there, I just tucked in some plants I did from using the winter sowing method. I just tucked them in. And then I have a Cleome over here tucked in, and then some snapdragon there, and then this is the dusty miller that I cut back, another lupine. And remember, with some of these plants, they will give me good blooms for next year, so don't be afraid to start your plants this year so you can enjoy them next year, right? So definitely in fall I'll be doing more lupines and just putting the seed in the ground. And the lupine love the cold weather, so they will just burst wherever I put them, so I'm looking forward to that. So this is the front, and let me not forget this other narrow side. I'm thinking of extending this, not now, maybe later in the fall. But here is our ranunculus. They're doing so well. And here we have more of those huge Allium. If I have the name, I'll let you know. I should have the package inside, but I don't know which ones these are. And here we have more of the ranunculus that we did together, looking so good. And let me not forget to take you to the Pollinator garden bed, friends. Look at this. So remember I was telling you about the hardy hibiscus? So this is what it looks like. So if you have one and you think it's dead, again, it's not dead. When you come down here, do you see the new growth coming from in there? Yep. So they're one of the last perennials to emerge from the ground. So this is what I was saying to you. I might probably take these and make it in some kind of trellis to help my sweet pea over there. We'll see. So the front is a tulips, and then here is a Cleome purple one. I just stick it in here, that I did using the winter sowing method. So I love with seedlings, you could just stick them anywhere, right? And not a big plant where you might have problem. And here I share these with you, our new Black Eyed Susan. That one over there looks like it's blooming already, and here is the other one right there. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is the Amsonia we planted last year. My first time with this. This was from Proven Winners. It's supposed to be blue. It's already opening. And the alliums are still doing great. Oh, I love these alliums. Oh my goodness. Can't wait to get more in the fall and just tuck them in everywhere. Remember, they're bulb bright, friends. Just tuck them in, and when you tuck them in, try to tuck them in behind a shrub so that way you don't see the foliage. For example, this is Sweet William. Oh my goodness, it's open already. This I did from the dollar store seed. It's a biannual. So the first year I did it, did it bloom? I don't think it bloomed. The second year it bloomed, and this is the third year and it's blooming again. But if you look here, look at this allium, okay? Keep looking. Here we have an allium. You cannot see the foliage, right? So it's hiding behind the Sweet William. Let me show you right here. See that? So that's what I did. I just plant them behind plants. That's all you have to do, friends. Just stick them behind plants and you don't see the foliage. If you have plants, you could hide them behind. And then here we have more snapdragons coming up. Here's this verbena I did from winter sowing. Oh, I can't wait to see that one. That's a native plant. It's supposed to be so pretty. Here we have more, what's that? Gladiolus in there, more poppy. And these are coming to an end very soon. So I'll give them maybe another week before I cut them back. These are the tulips. We have white gara in here. Remember, this is all for the pollinators. These are coming to an end. Can't wait to clean that out. We have a ton of lilies going on in here. I can't wait to share my lily collection with you, friends. I'm so excited. A lot of echinacea. We have milkweed. 2 here, the third one, and this is that free one I keep telling you guys about. And here we have more lilies. These ones are the tiger lily. Look at that, friends. Snapdragon in here. Oh, I'm so excited about the garden season this year. And here's a close-up of this Black Eyed Susan. It's already opening. This one is the Peony Spirit. Oh, friends, and these are brown-eyed Susans. I did using the winter sowing method, so I just plant them in a clump there. Do you see that? And over here, this is the Cherokee Susans, Black Eyed Susan. You know, Black Eyed Susans, they come in a lot of them. So I put the clump right in there. And here's my delphinium. Looks like, I don't know, maybe snail slugs get into it, but that's okay. I have to definitely get some cheap beer to get those snails, because now is the season for them because it's been so wet. So trust me, they're out and about because they love the wet condition. So that I can't wait for these to get bigger. So I just clear some spot because you know with your Black Eyed Susan, they get really crowded. So it's good to dig them out to just give the plant some space to breathe. So that's my intention here. So when I see more black-eyed Susan throughout the season, different ones I should say, I'm collecting them, I'll just take out some and put them somewhere else. But this is the only spot in my garden I have black-eyed Susans, in the Pollinator garden bed. All right friends, so that is the front. All right, let's turn around here. Let's enjoy one more look of the beautiful roses. Looking so good. Look at that. Oh my goodness, absolutely love it. So beautiful. Definitely the star. You know what, the peony is the star too. The roses are the stars. You know what friends, the roses, the peony, they're all the stars. But this one, I'm telling you, I just love this one. I'm so proud of myself trading this rose. And it's that glove I share with you from DIY. I think because I was able to use it to hold the thorns without getting my hand all damaged. I think that what really made a difference for me is having the right accessories in the garden plus the clips. So we grow together, right? And then let me give you a sneak peek of the hollyhock. Remember I just shared these with you last week? Look at them. Look at this. I don't know why it's getting so big. Loving it though, just loving it. All right friends, thank you so much for being here, and I have to share the back with you. All right, so here's another look of a beautiful peony before I go. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one now. Cheers.